Okay. Good morning, Utah. Meteorologist Nate Larsen here, Fox 13. Want to do a quick weather update for your Saturday, long holiday weekend for much of us, or many of us. On Fox 13 News, we have Big Noon Kickoff, which is taking over some of our morning sessions. So, give you an update here a little earlier than normal here on the web. But appreciate you tuning in and hope you've had a great weekend so far. I'm not sure if you can see or notice the bottom of the screen, U.2. There has been a crash that's shut down I-15 southbound overnight. That still remains closed as they're cleaning that up. So, not good news there. But if you are heading out and about, otherwise, weather-wise, we've got nice roads out there with pretty calm conditions thanks to our current weather pattern setup. So we do have high clouds starting to move in. Storm system to the north of us sliding in late tonight, tomorrow. So we are going to see some good change coming in. But for the most part, today's going to be a quieter day. It's cooler, it's more cloudy today, and it'll be a bit breezy at times. But for the most part, temperatures this morning for at least Provo, Salt Lake, not too far from where we were yesterday at this time. Much colder Milford and Cedar City from this time yesterday. A good 10 to 20 degrees drop in temperatures. That puts us in the 20s for them. So quite cool out there. Let me fix this camera. Uh, 38 in St. George and 32 in Ogden. Usually we're in the upper 20s for overnight lows. Cloud cover coming in, as you can see from satellite and radar. There's a storm pushing into the Pacific Northwest. That's going to be our next kind of weather maker. It will keep mainly the clouds in place today, but it is going to bring some snow to much of the state late tonight into tomorrow. If we kind of put the forecast into motion, this model showing that as we get into early Sunday morning, mountain snow, valley rain, if not rain snow, will start to fill in. And really by late morning, early afternoon, we should start to see fairly widespread showers statewide, with conditions beginning to taper off in northern Utah by Sunday evening. No winter weather advisories issued with the storm from the Weather Service for our mountain areas, but there is, at least with some of the more recent high resolution model runs, a decent amount of snowfall. We'll kind of walk you through that here in just a bit. For now, temperatures climbing up to about average. For today, usually we're about 43, 44 in Salt Lake. We're pushing for those temperatures, even with some of the clouds. And with some of the moisture moving in, should keep us right near 35 into the early overnight hours. Snow levels are going to be hovering near the valley floors with some of the temperatures moving in. So it could be more of just a wintry mix. Southern Utah, gorgeous day today with more of the sunshine, but then clouds increasing later today into tomorrow. Oh, didn't mean to show that one. We're not going to hit 54 today. That graphic hasn't been updated. I apologize. So let's move along. As far as the snow is concerned, so the high resolution rapid refresh model is what I had just showed you as far as walking through some of the timeline. Graphics loading, I apologize. We're stuck on that 54. Not what we're going to be today. We're going to be about 44, 45 degrees in Salt Lake today. So 10 degrees cooler from yesterday. But this particular model, again, showing, again, generally consensus is overnight after midnight between maybe 2 and 4, we should really start to see the brunt of the storm system move through. This is right around lunchtime tomorrow, fairly widespread. This keeping mainly rain showers in the valleys, but there's a chance with some of the colder air moving in, or even as more of the heavy precipitation arrives late morning into the early afternoon, we could see it transition to just snow, hoping for a good half of an inch or so in some of the valleys, but generally a trace to an inch is expected. Benches are going to see some snow showers. Snow levels are kind of teetering. Our bottom of the valley is about 4,200 feet elevation, and some of the models suggest snow levels should be between about 43, 4,500 feet. So benches are certainly going to see some snow, and I think we'll see a little bit in the valleys as well. Might not amount to much, if anything, though, but at least we'll have some of the snow mix in. As far as what some of the models are suggesting, again, this one kind of backing off on any snow in the valleys, but mountains. This favoring even some of the central mountains, a little bit more so, the Book Cliffs or the Wasatch Plateau. And generally, though, forecast Wasatch Range 4 to 10 inches, the Bear River Range about 2 to 6, the Uintas 3 to 6. Central Mountains, I've upped it from what we were looking at yesterday just because of the more recent model runs. In fact, the pink shaded areas show 12 to 18. So 4 to 8, though, through Monday morning. Could see some higher amounts, though, which would be awesome. We'll take all the snow we can get. Wasatch back 1 to 3, and then the northern valleys less than an inch. Here's kind of a zoomed in look, similar, all the same data essentially, but this kind of pinpointing where the base of the resorts are, showing maybe just 2 or 3 inches at Beaver, Snow Basin maybe almost 6 along with Alta. So it's at least something, especially as resorts are trying to open up this next week. We'll have a little bit of snow from Mother Nature. There was one more snow graphic that kind of showed some of the valleys, what we could see. Brigham City continues to show maybe a couple of inches. This is now showing maybe, again, less than an inch for Salt Lake, Ogden, even Logan, Provo, Nephi, Fillmore, Richfield. So plan on winter driving conditions, especially if you're heading into the higher elevations on your Sunday, especially late afternoon into the evening when some of the cooler air arrives. And then we'll likely see active weather continue with another storm system moving in on Tuesday. So this just starting to show. So this shows our moisture clearing out of northern Utah essentially by Sunday evening. We could get, with that northerly flow in place, some lake-enhanced precipitation. So there was high pressure kind of building in temporarily Monday, which could shut it off pretty quickly. But another storm system pushes in Tuesday into Wednesday. So we'll keep the threat of some precipitation in play. And some of the longer range models suggesting that after that first wave moves through, we'll continue to see a chance. This is Tuesday, Wednesday. So again, favoring mainly the central southern mountain areas with that X batch as well. Statewide forecast then. Mid-40s again for a lot of northern Utah. With 40s and 50s down south. St. George, 58, 59 or so. Temperatures dropping with even a chance of some rain for St. George tomorrow afternoon and evening. And then sunshine Monday, Tuesday. Could see a little bit of rain Wednesday. Otherwise, pretty comfortable temperatures with those mid-50s for highs each afternoon. Northern Utah, 44, partly cloudy, a wintry mix tomorrow. Temperatures hovering near freezing. For overnight lows. Could see a little bit of moisture linger Monday, depending on if we get any of that lake-enhanced moisture sticking around. And then with those next passing storms, pretty light, not super impressive moisture content-wise, but more rain, snow Tuesday, possibly a little bit of snow Wednesday. And then partly cloudy for now, Thursday, Friday, until we kind of hammer out more of the details. So hope you had a great Thanksgiving. Enjoy, again, the continuation of the long holiday weekend for you. Quiet weather today. Oh, I did make this graphic. I updated this one. But yeah, we need some snow. Look at some of the numbers. So Alta typically for this time of the year has had already about 74 inches of snow. We've only had 20 this season and a base of just 9 inches. So lots to make up there. Of course, in the valleys, not as significant, but Salt Lake has typically had a little over 6 inches of snow. We've had no measurable snow yet, and we're behind where we usually have had it by November 8th. And drought monitor real quick, showing we had quite a bit of rain in October, which helped a lot of northern Utah. In fact, northern Utah, even with the lack of snow, still showing much of the drought in southwest Wyoming, portions of central and southern Utah. But yeah, we hopefully don't stay dry for too much longer. A lot of the long range forecasts show things starting to pick up in December. So hopefully that stays true. All right, that's official. We're signing off. Have a good Saturday.